Kuya, it was a special night for everyone, including you, including yourself. Uh, but it's a performance of a lifetime. You turned back the clock. We saw the real Mark Muñoz because we because in the last three fights you were you were on the wrong side of things. And to tell you honestly, we were scared when it was a surprise. If my memory serves me correctly, it was announced during the press conference of the UFC Manila. It was 3 months or 2 months prior to the event. But it was a surprise because when I saw you, I thought you were there to just to promote. And I tapped you on the back and I told you, Kuya, I'm just happy you're here. You will be, and you told me, I don't know if if you still remember, you'll be more happy after this. And they announced it during the press conference. You turn your back, you just wave at everyone because you're fighting. And you told at that moment that that's going to be your last fight. Now, it was a performance of a lifetime. It's it's so marvelous. Have you thought twice about your decision after the fight? I mean, did you know right there and then that that's it? Win or lose, you're going out with a bang.
Um, yes, yes, because, I told this story, I fought in the UFC for almost 10 years, and, actually, 8.5 years. Right. So for me, like, I love the sport with all my heart. And, I owned a gym. I coached all the fighters in the gym. I coached all my wrestlers, my little wrestlers there. And then I was gone away from home a lot, traveling and promoting the sport. And the UFC had me as the Asian ambassador. So I was traveling all over the place, right? And there was times where I wasn't at home for like, a week or 2 weeks at a time. And I was missing a lot of things. So my son came up to me and he said, Dad, I want to wrestle. He's in 8th grade. I want to wrestle and I want you to coach me. And I was like, what? Why? Why do you want to wrestle? You're so good at soccer and baseball. Why do you want to wrestle? And he goes, because Dad, I love it. And I feel that I can do something really good. I can do something really big in the sport. I said, buddy, you've never, you just want to start right now. How do you know? And I go, what do you want to do in the sport? And he said, I want to get a full ride scholarship to a Division I university or college. I said, well, that's a huge undertaking, right? I said, there's tens of thousands of kids in the United States of America that want a full ride scholarship. There's only 70 colleges that offer scholarships, and a very small percentage of those get full ride scholarships. What makes you think, and I asked him, I said, what makes you think out of the tens of thousands of kids that you are going to get a full ride scholarship, okay? And he looks me at 13 years old, looks me in the eye, and he said, well, Dad, I have you. And I was like, oh, my gosh. That just, it was like a knife straight to the puso, just like, gosh darn it, And I started crying, I started crying and I said, buddy, I said, I'll be there, and so that was the time. That was the time when I knew I needed to hang up the gloves. And although for about 5 years I was knocking on the door to fight for the title, and guys that I fought for the title, granted, I should have been more selfish. I should have not trained people and cornered them and traveled with them, and I should have just focused on myself a little bit more, but that's who I am. I can't sway away from who I am. I love coaching, and that's who I was before I coached. So having said all this, my son said, "Dad, I want you to coach me," and I said, "Okay, it's time for me to retire." And so now, 5 years later, he's got his full ride scholarship. He's at Arizona State University. He's one of the top wrestlers in the country. He's amazing, So we did a lot of work in that 5 years and got him to where he wants to be, And so now I'm coaching, I'm coaching now, back to coaching. I'm coaching fighters now and having a blast doing that.
Palong-palo, para nasa paka sa mukha ha. Silipin at sulitin ang galaw at ang baraha. Ingat sa binabangga, baka masagasa. Marami nakaharaw, makitid ang daan. Tahimik lang tahimik at mainit ang